Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is Jen with Roxybonds Creates, and today it's time for show and tell. And for show and tell today, I have an artwork share for you. So the first thing I have is a couple of cards, and if you missed the demo in the group Friday night, you missed the cards. So I have, I loved it so much that I made a second one. So I have cards to show you. And then I have a few layouts to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the first card. It is called an offset Z fold card. And there's our open card. So close and open. I used the Friends of the Ocean suite, so DSP, and then the Ocean Friends stamp and die cut. I went ahead and put this on magnetic sheet. So stamp and die cut. Love this set. The card turned out so cute. It says thanks so much. And then a little place to write your little message. So an offset Z fold card. Okay, so that's the first one. And I loved this design and how it turned out so much that I wanted to make a second one. So for this one, I used the Floral Delight suite. And that is Floral Delight DSP, so the pattern paper, along with the Floral Delight vellum. So I think it's like gingham and floral vellum. So this is a vellum sheet right here that's glued onto this interior panel. And then I just cut out like the flower from this pattern paper actually, and popped it up on there, and then used thanks so much. And then open up like that. So on this one, I used Daffodil Delight cardstock. This is actually two-tone cardstock, but you only see one side of it. So the two-tone doesn't really matter, I guess. And then this is Old Olive cardstock that I used for the second layer, the interior panel there. So the offset Z fold card. And then I added just some gems that I had. And for this one, with this Floral Delight collection, I have used the Simply Zinnia stamp and dies. And so I'll show you that in the layout because I used it for that too. But the sentiment here, thanks so much, comes from that. Okay. So moving on with the Floral Delight collection, I created this layout and I absolutely love it. So I started with the Old Olive base pages. And then I added a white, not base, but like kind of double layer on the inside here. And then I was able to pull in two different DSPs. So this is like a, I don't know, I guess kind of like a light blue background with the floral. And then this is a yellow gingham. And so it's two different DSPs. And then I took a sheet of Pool Party cardstock and I embossed it with the Celebration embossing folder. And this embossing folder, I think it's called Starburst. And then I just took a ink pad, like a tan ink pad. I'm not sure what color I used. But I just kind of ran it over just in like some spots. So not run it over the whole thing, but just in some spots to give it a little bit of texture and to kind of see that there is some embossed texture on there. I used the Simply Zinnia stamp and dies on this one. So I was able to cut out these flowers here using the Daffodil Delight and the Old Olive cardstock in the two tones. So you can see the light and the dark in the flowers, and then the light and the dark in the leaves. And then on the inside of the flowers, I just used a marker to color on top of that. And so I used these dies here, and then the leaf ones. And then I cut, this is the stamped image. So I stamped and cut out the I guess grouping of flowers here. And the way I did this one is I actually took Stamp and Write markers. These ones, I took the yellow, which is what color is that? I think it's Crushed Curry and then Old Olive. So this is the Regals collection. So I think it's Crushed Curry and Old Olive. And I colored directly onto the stamp, and then I stamped it onto the paper, and then I die cut it out. So it's colored, stamped, and then dyed. So cool. Okay. So with these Stamp and Write markers, you can actually go directly onto your stamps, both the cling stamps and your clear acrylic stamps. You can color right on them and then use them to to do your stamping, which is great for creating like the two tones. You know, I wanted the, the flowers and the leaves in the appropriate colors, and you can do that with Stampin' Write markers. So that's a cool little thing that I learned recently. And then the other fun thing is I used, this is my favorite die. This one is called, what is it called? Alphabet a la mode. Mini alphabet. And it is a full like sheet right here. So it cuts all of the letters. So it will cut like this. Okay. And then you just punch out the ones that you want. And then an even cooler thing that I have done a couple of times with these, and I just kind of stick them in a little baggie. That way I have all these extras for in case I ever need them. But on this one, I put a adhesive sheet on the back. So I ran it through. So it's cardstock with the adhesive sheet on the back. And now when I go to use, let's pull out actually these ones didn't cut all the way through, the Y. So we'll pull out the Y. I'm not going to use that one probably. And then all I'll do is peel off the backing, the adhesive backing, which is hard to do with just my nails. I need like scissors or something. Let me grab the scissors. Or here, let me grab the tweezers. So I will just pull off the adhesive backing off of here. And then it's a sticker. Promise it's easier than it looks. Okay. So then it is just a sticker, and then boom, you can use it right on your project. So I will probably toss that. But that is a fun thing that you can do with these letters. So it cuts out a whole bunch. It has multiples of the vowels and then a couple of the other letters, usually the ones you need. And so I will use that to create the title up here on banner pieces. And then and blue, so sunshine and blue skies, so and blue. And then skies is the alphabet a la mode. This is a celebration, it's not available anymore. It was a celebration item. And then I love the toffee or tan with the polka dots ribbon that is like the burlap. And so I use that on here. And then this is another favorite die. It's called Spotlight on Nature, and it has a whole bunch of different sized circles with different frames around them. I've talked about this before. I use that on this layout. So this one has the almost like a doily looking stitching around the outside. And then the one behind it just has like little tick marks behind it. So kind of a double layered circle on this side. And then I repeated that on the other side with the stamped image on top. And then I used the Zinnia stamp. Where did that go? The Zinnia stamp has just this little texture piece right here. And I just stamped in a few little places to give it some texture and added some gems. And there is my layout. Beautiful layout here. Love this one. And then for the rest of these layouts, these are part of a workshop kit that I have available. And this one is called Everyday You and Me. And I love these layouts because the colors are soft, they're feminine, but they're also masculine. They're neutral, but you could use them for so many different things. So it's a 6 double page, which means 12 page workshop that I have available. And so if you're interested in this, I have 3 of them ready to ship. So this one here has a little title. Actually, it's title with a subtitle. The only difference in the kit is that I added a couple of titles. So these were cut on my Cricut, and so these are not included, but you could add any titles that you wanted. So this one has happiness, a special day, and then I put happiness found on this side. I added a little bit of gold foiling to them. And then what I like to do on my layouts, and you've seen me do this before, is just add a little bit of texture. So on these, I inked the edges of all of the pieces of paper in Lost Lagoon. And I've been, I talked a little bit about inking the edges with the regular stamp pads, and how on the regular stamp pads, I will just take a little of the paper, and I'm trying to find a little scrap here. And instead of swiping like we used to do on our Close to My Heart pads, I just dab it. So I just touch the ink to it, and it's going to absorb a ton of ink because they're super juicy. Okay. But I have all of these ink spots that have come in my paper pumpkin kits and in the Kits Collection card kits. And these are more of a felt pad. So instead of being a foam pad that's super, super juicy, these act a lot more like the old Close to My Heart style. So these ones you can take and you can go along the edge, okay? And you can do the old style ink edging, okay? So I took the little ink spot and I went around the edges of everything here. So it just gives it a little finished texture and then kind of separates some of the light toned patterns and gives them like a little finished edge, and then also separates it from like the one next to it. So I really like to do that. So this is the first of 6 layouts. The second one, titled You and Me. On this one, instead of using the inking, I did some marker edging. So I took my, you can take any kind of marker. So this is a 0.3 felt tip, fine tip pen. I like these kind. This one right here, this is a Sharpie permanent ultra fine point permanent marker. It's a little bit thicker, and so it really shows up on all of the papers. And so on this particular layout, I did use this one. I just go by hand and drag my hand down the paper, and then I'll turn it and drag down and turn it and drag down. On this layout, I edged with my marker each individual piece. And so that just kind of gives it a different look rather than going all the way around your layout, okay, which is a completely different feel to it. So each one has the marker edging on it. And so this one is You and Me. Next, this one is Dream, Explore, Discover. And on this one, I took the same marker or fine tip marker and I did the edge of the entire page. And then I just added a little edging on these banner pieces here just to kind of like tie it all in. So this one is, again, I cut that on my Cricut, Dream, Explore, Discover. The next one is Dream Big, and then this says Dream Pure Sweetness. I love the dream theme on these and the happiness that are in the stickers. And so I just kind of found some titles and cut them on my Cricut. I think this is the last one of the group. But this one is back to the ink distressing with, what is this color? Lost Lagoon. And I used it on all the pieces here. So this one is Dream Big. Oops. Okay. Must be some adhesive stuck on there. This one is my happy place, and I don't know about you, but when I think of my happy place, I always think of the beach, right? That is one of my happy places, is the beach. And these colors are perfect for the beach, right? You've got like the sand color, you've got the ocean, the sky, the flowers work too. So I always feel like anything that says my happy place and these colors, I'm going to throw beach photos on it. So this one turned out really, really cute. And then this is the last one here, Enjoying the Moment, Story of Today. And again, these titles are so generic that you could use these pages for anything. You could use them for girls. You could use them for boys. You could use them for celebrating things. You could use them, again, happy place, you and me, just very generic titling and very kind of like such a variety in these layouts. And then the colors, again, are so gorgeous. So this is the Everyday You and Me 6 double page layout workshop. I have a couple of these available. If you're interested, let me know. Thank you for joining me for show and tell. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing the artwork today and are inspired to create something. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.